One of the things that has been coming up for me a lot in the last several months has been self-forgiveness. Self-forgiveness is what we compassionately hold on to as a way of reflecting forgiveness in our life in general. And if we can have self-forgiveness, we can have forgiveness for the other people in our life as well. Those that need to have self-forgiveness for themselves. And as a part of creating this heaven on earth, there is a sense of forgiveness that is important for us to have, not for just others, but primarily for ourselves. When we have self-forgiveness for ourselves, we have a self-compassion and understanding of the fear that we are experiencing in a way that allows others to see how they can accept the fear that they're experiencing as a human being, how they can accept it as a part of who they are, and the fear of fear that comes with the resistance to having fear as a part of life. To being able to have this self-forgiveness is not holding on to it so tight, not holding on to the fear of forgiving, the fear of forgiving who we are as a human being and who we are as an unconditional being living in a world of conditions. A forgiveness that is about acceptance. When holding on to something so tight, how do we let it go? This is through acceptance. Acceptance that it is there. And just let it be there. Just let whatever the fear is that keeps us from forgiving ourselves, just let it be. Self-forgiveness is an opportunity for us to accept this fear of fear in a way that just allows it to be there. Allows it to be there so that it doesn't have the grip or hold on us that conditions us to not want it as a part of our experience of being human. As we accept fear as a part of who we are as a human being, we soften this grip, this conditioning grip that fear has on who we are as a conditional being, and frees us in a way to allow the unconditional love that is a part of all of us to express itself. This fear that we may be holding on to, so tight, or it is holding on to us so tight. It is difficult to let go. And the way to let this go is just to accept that it's there. Because through acknowledgement of what we fear, we can move past it by just allowing it to be there. And in the allowing, we dissolve the grip or hold it may have on us. The grip or hold that keeps us from the self-forgiveness that we can have for ourselves. That then allows for the self-forgiveness of others. To have a compassionate understanding of all human beings in a way that allows fear to be a part of that. And when we do that, we support others to acknowledge and accept their own fear before letting it control them or condition them to take it out on other people. Take it out on other people in a way that does not acknowledge the other person. Because when we do not acknowledge each other, it creates even more fear. Even more fear in our world than we need to have. Self-compassion, self-forgiveness comes from just accepting the fear that we're holding on to. And in accepting the fear that we're holding on to, when we accept that it's there, we have fear. And when we can accept that, it releases the grip that this fear of fear has on us. And we can then acknowledge each other as the divine, unconditional nature that exists as the spirit of who we are. From within these beautiful and magnificent bodies, we have to be able to play and enjoy relationship and be connected through different experiences of approaching fear and love together. The fear that is a part of who we are dissolves into a place where we can then enjoy this opportunity to feel and move and play with sensation. Sensation that is a part of who we are as a human being is experienced through our nervous system. A system that has the ability to sense fear, to have feeling, to stimulate the opportunity to experience love and fear, and the relationship that can be derived from acknowledging both the love and fear that is a part of any relationship. We can minimize fear to a place of being able to starting to understand and accept it as a part of our life, so that we can play with the excitement, play with the inspiration, play with the anticipation or passion in ways that we don't even know yet. Ways that we can really truly enjoy this gift of life that we have right here, right now. How this self-forgiveness is a reflection for those in our lives that we need to forgive. And in Hawaiian, there is a way of doing this that is a very direct and honorable way of acknowledging this self-forgiveness for yourself, so that it can be seen by the ones that I need to forgive, or the ones that I need to say, I'm sorry. This is not what I wanted. I wanted intimacy. I wanted connection. I wanted us to be able to understand each other in a way that accepts both the love and fear that make us who we are as a unique human being. And the Hawaiian way of doing this is by saying this to yourself: I am sorry. I forgive you. Thank you. I love you. And in that forgiveness, there is self-compassion and understanding of what it's like to have this fear of fear. This fear of fear that controls and conditions who we are as a human being. And the battle to try and not be conditioned. As soon as we accept this fear of fear as part of who we are, we can then express the sensation of the experience of life with greater inspiration, greater excitement, greater passion, and really enjoy what this life, what this conditional experience we have really has to offer. So this self-forgiveness is so important in the way that It's okay for us to have fear. It is allowing others to have an example of what this self-forgiveness is, for the compassion, the self-compassion that comes with self-forgiveness. And in that self-compassion, we find a very deep-rooted sense of compassion for all those around us. So create a way to be able to share updates, and do this by sharing how to create heaven on earth. And this can be accessed through my website at ericbenici.com, where you will see on the right corner how to create Heaven on Earth by Eric Benici. And this is my updates that I have for where we are in creating an awareness that we all are working on this heaven on earth together. We are all doing what we need to do to create this heaven on earth that exists right here, right now. And accepting this fear of fear, to acknowledge that we all are working on this heaven on earth together. We all are working toward creating this heaven on earth together. Thank you. Take care. Aloha.